Hello, everyone, and welcome to our second video of the day. It's a mini special. We're focusing on the upcoming Man United and Liverpool game. Liverpool Man United. It's Anfield. Sorry, that's my mistake. But we're going to obviously go through our predicted lineups, give our thoughts, how we think it's going to be the key battles and predictions. But before we do so, I do think it's really appropriate that we have a moment's silence for Chelsea's longest serving player finally leaving the club. He made one appearance in, 2010?
2012 to 2021.
2012 to 2021, and I think we should have a moment's silence in remembrance of him. Right, anyway, moving on to the big game of the weekend, which we thought deserved a mini special on itself. I mean, this is massive. Yeah, for the first time in years, it's United v Liverpool, and it's a real title clash, and it's great to see, obviously. Predicted lineups. Does anybody want to jump on first?
I'll go, sure.
Go for it.
Is it for both teams?
Okay, so yeah, for both teams, go Liverpool.
Both teams. And United.
Yeah.
Right, okay. I'll go Liverpool first. Sure.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Alisson and Nets, of course. Trent, right back, left back, Robbo will slot in there. Centre backs, that's an interesting one. Fabinho, and I'm going to throw in Matip. I think Matip's going to play.
Yep.
Klopp spoke today and said there's a chance, and then he trained, I think, this evening. I was going to say Matip. I'd rather have a 70% Matip in than a full 100% Reece Williams or Nate Phillips. You probably will agree with that.
Yeah.
4-3-3, and then in midfield, Thiago, Henderson, and Wijnaldum. I think Thiago's going to be a key part in there. Get him on the ball.
Yeah.
You need to dominate possession of the key. And plenty of forward passing. He should help open United up and sit back. And in front three of Mane, Firmino, and Salah. United is. I was going to say 5 at the back, but I'm thinking United's playing well at the minute, so I'm hoping Ollie makes a silly decision of being overconfident and goes 4 at the back. I think De Gea, Nets, Wan-Bissaka, I think Maguire and Bailly. I think, and then Shaw will play. Midfield, I think he'll go McTominay. I think he'll throw Pogba in. Him and McTominay sitting 4-2-3-1. 3 in behind the striker. I think Martial got a knock. I don't know if he's fit or not. Don't have any news.
Yeah, I think he's questionable. He's got a muscle injury.
He's questionable. I'll go Greenwood on one side, Rashford on the other side, and Fernand is in behind Cavani.
Yeah.
That's my.
Those are two pretty solid lineups.
Yeah.
It's going to be pretty much the same, really. Alisson, of course. Trent, Robbo, Fabinho. I'll say Phillips will play. This is the point.
Yeah.
Or we'll go mad and play Hendo at centre line. Thiago, Wijnaldum, Hendo, Salah, Firmino, and Mane. So the only difference to me is Phillips. United, I'd say it's going to be De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Bailly, Maguire, Telles. I think Telles will play.
Telles fit, is it?
I think he's on the bench.
I'm not.
He was on the bench.
Oh, he is?
Then Fred. I think it will be Fred. With I'm going to say Pogba. It could be McTominay.
He could drop Pogba, so he could
drop him. Cavani will be up front. Rashford, Fernandez. It's either going to be Greenwood. When I say Greenwood, I was going to say oddly James, but
please play James.
Please play him, but I don't think he will. It will be Greenwood.
You'd have to.
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of prediction lineups, much the same. Alisson, Trent and Robbo, 4-3-3. Fabinho definitely in there, has to be. Do you risk Matip coming back with that groin injury? Yeah, I think I agree with Herbert. I think it'll be Matip in there. Then obviously I think it's Henderson, Thiago. There's a part of me that wants to sort of put a spanner in the works and say that I want to say that James Milner might start, and that might sound mental, right? My only thinking is that Milner is such a workhorse, and if Klopp decided he didn't want to try and man mark Fernandes out of the game, obviously Fernandes being so dangerous at the moment, I think that's maybe the way you got to do it. But it's not Klopp style. That's more of a Mourinho thing to do, to try and man mark Fernandes out of the game.
Yeah.
But I think I'm going to stick with Milner in there, just to sort of throw a spanner in the works, and then obviously Salah, Mane, Firmino up front in the 4-3-3. United. Yeah, I mean it's probably going to be a 4-2-3-1, isn't it? De Gea, Wan-Bissaka. Before we started this, before I looked at the injuries, I would have said that if Lindelof had started, it would have been a Liverpool win. But obviously, Bailly's starting, so I think that sort of makes it a wee bit more balanced. Because I think Bailly, in terms of athleticism, he's definitely far away and ahead of Lindelof, and you need that. Bailly and Maguire. I think you will tell us. Or do you? Who's more? Who?
I would try to spend Shaw every week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think Shaw, maybe Tellez comes off the bench. I mean, it's sort of the same here in terms of just throwing a spanner in the works. You could go if you're Solskjaer, you could go Fred and McTominay starting together in the pivot.
Yeah.
And then you have,
which I wouldn't be surprised at.
Which I wouldn't be, just to sort of shore up that midfield and try and take out Thiago in terms of the passing. Maybe you start Fernandes and Pogba together, right? Which again sounds mental. And then you maybe go Greenwood and Rashford as sort of a maybe play Fernandes as the false nine and sort of play Pogba in front or just in front of Fred McTominay, and then Greenwood and Martial on the wings with Fernandes. But that's a system he's never played, so why play it now? But again, just as a spanner in the works. Who do we think the key battles are going to be?
Well, trying to go first.
Well, we need the shot. Obviously, don't let Fernandes get in the box.
Yeah.
But obviously that's a saying. Don't give away any stupid penalties. But we have to do well in that midfield. We can't allow for the defensive nature of Fred or McTominay to boss us out of that. I think the fact that think off that left-hand side, if it is Shaw, I think Salah does boss him out of there. It's the fact that Shaw, he's playing well. He is playing well. It's just the fact that it is Mohamed Salah. It's just the fact that I think the front three will just cause problems, obvious problems. Just the fact that I know it's a thing they always make a joke of, but Maguire makes a mistake. But I think that's the key battles. Just the fact that we have to beat them on the midfield.
Yeah.
I agree most of their plan. Actually, I agree all with it. I think key battle, whoever plays alongside Fabinho, it's going to be key. I don't know if they play Cavani up front. Cavani's going to be that torture. Midfield's key. Liverpool can dominate the ball. If we dominate the ball, that's Fernandes. That's going to keep Fernandes quiet. He's not going to have the ball to do anything.
Yeah.
And he may have put him out. I don't know how much. I don't know still what he's like without the ball. I still don't really know if he's going to work really hard to get the ball back. Kai mentioned Salah up against Shaw. Salah's been off the last few weeks. He's turned it on. He squat Shaw. And then Firmino needs to stick McGuire everywhere with him. Just run him ragged, which I think he will. Get Thiago on the ball and let him do his thing.
Yeah, obviously get Thiago the ball and he'll do something with it. I think Bailly he'll start on the right hand side. That seems to be Maguire on the left, Bailly on the right.
Yep.
I think Bailly v Mane. I think that'll be a fascinating battle because I think outside of Van Dijk and before Fernandes came to the league, before Fernandes started performing in the league, I said that Mane was the best player outside of Kevin De Bruyne and Van Dijk, and I still stand by that. With Fernandes definitely there and possibly maybe just edging it now on form, and I think that Mane against Bailly could be an absolutely fascinating battle because Bailly is a big, quick, strong boy, and Mane obviously has that physicality about him, and he has that yard of pace, but more than a yard to be fair.
I'm hoping that Bailly loses his head. He's a bit rash at times.
Yeah, no doubt.
Hopefully gets somebody dives in and just sticks. If Mane stands you up, stops you, you're beat.
Yeah.
If he stops you, then you're beat. He's just going to drift past you.
Exactly. Yeah.
Hoping Bailly's silly and kicks him out.
There's a play that I don't think we've mentioned at all. In RWASOW, do we think there's maybe, in terms of his defensive work, everybody obviously rates him as a very, very good defender. I know, Harper, you think, well, maybe you don't think it, but you said to me that it's more luck than defense. I think it was the West Ham game.
It's the big lunges he does.
Yeah,
he always seems to get there. I suppose the more times he does it, it's not luck, it's skill.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, exactly. Do we think that he could maybe be a key factor?
Maybe, but like we said, we're taking. Well, I think we're taking Mane against any fullback in the world.
Yeah, exactly. And there's also more key battles throughout the pitch than RWASOW. Obviously, in terms of the two coaches, we've obviously discussed that Solskjaer doesn't get this far without being some level of a decent coach. But he's up against the best coach in the world.
Yeah.
Bar Bielsa and the manager.
We'll let him have it.
I made that one. I just Solskjaer doesn't go for it. I think we can all agree on that.
That's the thing. I'm sort of hoping he does, because I think if they do, we can blow them away.
Yeah, the quality can shine through.
But it's more, you trust Klopp to have us far better prepared than Solskjaer is going to have United prepared. But
yeah, I mean, we talk about the quality there. I mean, here's a stat. With just one goal scored and an awful shot conversion rate for Liverpool of 2.2% across their 3 Premier League games following Christmas. I mean, as good as you are, obviously, as you say, Harper, you've just been hitting shots, as you said in the first podcast, just been hitting shots and hoping for the best. Or not even, haven't been taking shots, sorry.
I haven't taken shots. It's no better game though. They put a marker down. I think it's Redis Carter said today. There's more pressure on us, and we need to show that why we're champions, which is fair enough. It's probably, well, I'm going to say head and heart. I think we will get the job done.
Yeah. Klein, here's obviously you were a keeper yourself. Do you think that the battle of the keepers will be key?
100%. The fact that what Alisson, obviously Cavani's a goal scorer, always has been. Wherever he's played, he's got goals. He gets in behind. For a player that isn't as fast as obviously most other players in that team, but he gets the chances. He always gets the chances. The fact that I think De Gea has always had great reflexes, and I think it is the point in this game where reflexes is going to be what he needs. It's going to be he's going to need to be. He needs to get set, and then it has to be able to keep his eyes open, because there's that many different the speed that we have up front with Mane and Salah, and the technical, and obviously the technical ability. He needs to be able to. De Gea needs to be at his top form. Otherwise, it could get messy for him.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Work away with it.
I was going to say, I think if it comes down to goalkeepers, I think we can say that Alisson's quite a few levels above.
Alisson's clear. Yeah.
Like, you wouldn't be surprised De Gea makes a clanger. I'll say that now. Alisson will make a clanger.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to avoid.
Yeah, I mean,
okay. I've done it for you.
I mean, Klein, you're talking about reflexes. Obviously, I can't remember how many years ago now it was. The big save. They save that De Gea made at Anfield with his feet. It was just an unbelievable save. It was a few years ago now. So he, as you say, has it in the locker. It's just a question of whether it on that particular day it brings it out of the locker.
Definitely. Obviously, in recent times, he's had a lot of trouble. Maybe that's down to the fact that he wasn't. Maybe it's a fact that he isn't motivated enough from Ollie. But with the team doing well now, he's got back into it. He is undoubtedly he's a great player. He's you can't take that away from him. But he deserves respect, but he does in recent times make a lot of bad mistakes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean there was obviously a time whenever we were talking about him as the best goalkeeper in the world, and he was just pulling off.
And that wasn't long ago.
That was maybe. I mean, I think Mourinho was still in charge whenever that was being talked about.
3 or 4 seasons ago
against Arsenal, where he nearly broke the record, but it's now been passed, and we, barring maybe Manuel Neuer at the moment, you're maybe talking Alisson as the best goalkeeper in the world. So yeah, I think time for predictions maybe. I think cover as much as we can, or do we think there's maybe delve into?
Well, I've seen a very interesting one. All he had said about the players that are being available to play. He said Martial might be okay. He said obviously Lindelof might be okay. A really surprising one that he said was Nemanja Matic. Matic playing. One good thing about Matic, if they were to play Matic, is the height difference in the midfield. Obviously. It might work to their advantage, but I just think if they did go and play Matic, he's not. It's again a reaction. It's a reaction. Yeah. He hasn't got the speed to go hit and go that like McTominay or Fred would have. But if he does play, very interesting. It was just odd that he mentioned him. I just didn't expect to mention. But,
it's height too that worries me. Since we've lost Van Dijk, I'm scared again now at corners.
Yep.
That's why sort of what I was thinking about Nate Phillips playing. Like if he plays, I'll be less. I know he'll be able to deal with himself in the air, like he'll one-headed. But every time United get a corner, and there's something in my heart, in my mouth, just waiting for Maguire to leap and cut one in.
Imagine Maguire slab head rising. Hi.
It's more of what's the implications of if United won this, United go six clear ball.
6 clear, yeah.
It's early in the season, but that's a sore. Like, I'm not going to work on Monday. We lose. That is a sore bill. And if we win, me and probably every other Liverpool fan will forget with the last 3 games we've had. We'll be back on track. We'll be back on track type thing. On practice, you can start us off.
Prediction wise, as I said, right, and you've always just mentioned the fact that Ole has said that Lindelof could play, which I think would be an idiotic decision. If Lindelof plays, it'll be an easy Liverpool one. I think they will coast to it. And that's not me saying Lindelof's a bad player. I just think him coming back into the side, it's not the same. I think I'm going to go because this is always how it goes, we expect a lot of goals. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. I think United may go up early enough, and then Liverpool's just constant crossing into the box, and obviously he's only got a 2.2% conversion rate, but at some stage Maguire or somebody will make a mistake, and that'll lead to a Liverpool goal, I think. So I think I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. Klein, do you want to?
Yeah, I'll go. It's tough with the fact that our recent form has been poor, but it's a game against United. That's the thing you have to put forward. We're playing United. It's not like any other game.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think it's the point now. The front three will start. This is the turning point, and I'm going to say it's going to be 2-1 win to us. It's going to be. I say we'll be 2-0 up, and they'll get a goal back. I think it'll be even a goal prediction. I think it will be Cavani. Out of the players that are front, out of them players, I think if the goal prediction will be Cavani. I don't know who will score for us, but I think Cavani will get a goal for them, just because if we do play an experienced someone like Nat, he might make an error. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the games he has played, he's been pretty solid.
Good, yeah.
But it's the experience level.
Yeah.
It's experience difference then if we do play a younger centre back. Yeah, I'd say it as going to 2-1 Liverpool.
Yeah, but Harper.
I had two predictions in the head. I'll stick with the original. 2-1 as well. I'll go Manny and Bobby to get one. I've said to the film work. It's going to be really. I think it'll be really cagey.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
It's just the whether United come out to play or if they don't, because we're going to go at it straight from the start. I just want to see a performance, an all-round performance we haven't seen in the last few games.
Yeah.
No matter what, if both teams play their best football, we're going to win. If both teams play we're going to come out on top. We play better. I'll go 2-1. That's sort of humble United. That's what I want more than anything. That's sort of puts them back in their place.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, there we are. I think that's all there is covered. It'll be interesting to see now on half four on Sunday how the game goes. So we'll be back next weekend or next midweek at some stage with another.
Some point next week.
With another podcast looking back at this week's fixtures, and obviously the big focus will be on this game and how it went. And you'll either see these two men tears of joy or nearly maybe tears of sadness. So we'll just have to see. Again, thank you very much for watching.
Thank you.
Hopefully we've given some. I think we've given some genuine and honest and reliable or not reliable. What's the word? I suppose genuine predictions and thoughts. Credible, that's the word. There we are. Credible thoughts. So Twitter's down below. As we said, like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you very much for watching. Cheers now. Bye.